Hello, everyone, and welcome to another preview of the American Athletic Conference 2024 edition. This episode will focus on the Temple Owls under third year head coach Stan Drayton. They finished 2023 with a record of 3-9. They've not won more than three games since 2019 when they finished 8-5, including a spot in the Military Bowl. This year, they returned five starters on offense and five on defense, led by wide receiver Dante Wright and defensive end Trey Thomas. Calling the signals will be junior quarterback Evan Simon. Temple's power ranking is at the very bottom of the conference, and their overall schedule is only slightly more difficult than last year. Let's see how the Temple Owls will do in 2024. And right out of the gates, they have to travel to Norman, Oklahoma to take on the Sooners, who are already predicted to be in the nation's top 20, at least at the start of the season. Unfortunately for Temple, the Sooners are going to have their way at home. Week 2, another road game against a vastly improved team from the Naval Academy, and another loss. In week 3, Temple returns home to face Coastal Carolina of the Sun Belt Conference, the very first meeting between the two teams. The Owls are just 2-7 against the spread versus FBS non-conference foes over the last 4 years. Coastal, coming off an 8-5 season, and are 14-6 in road games since 2020. Coastal has a stronger team and will pick up the victory in this one. Temple will then pick up a win the following week at home against Utah State, and many will consider this an upset. But the Owls will have finally broken into the win column. They then stay at home to face Army the following week. This is their first meeting since 2017, and this will be another tough loss. Temple will then break back into the win column with a victory on the road at Connecticut, and finally get its first bye week in week 7 with a record of 2-4. Both Temple and Tulsa will then be coming off bye weeks, and the two teams will square off in Philadelphia. Tulsa blew out Temple last year, but I think this year the Owls will return the favor. Temple will be at 3-4, just one game away from breaking 500. At East Carolina the following week, Temple comes in leading the overall series 10-9. But the Owls have lost their last three contests against the Pirates going back to 2020, and they will lose this one as well. Week 10 will be another bye week. Temple's record at this point will stand at 3-5 with 4 games remaining. Temple will then travel to New Orleans for the first time since 2020 to face Tulane. That year, the Green Wave blew out Temple 38-3. This will be a similar result. An improved Florida Atlantic Owls squad that travels to Philadelphia to take on the Temple Owls, two Owls facing each other. FAU will take the victory, the first of 3 straight victories by that team, to close out their year in strong fashion. In week 13, Temple will travel to UTSA, a team that will be poised to either take the conference title or perhaps share in it. This will be Temple's longest trip of the year, and they will play on a Friday on a short week. The Owls have not won a conference road finale since 2018. This game will be no different and will turn out as a loss. Temple will then end the season at home against North Texas, playing the role of spoiler and picking up a win which will deny North Texas a chance to finish at 500 and qualify for a bowl. Temple will finish at 4-8, tied for the bottom spot in the AAC. Okay, that's it for this conference preview. Check out all the other team previews on my channel, and then stay tuned for weekly analysis throughout the 2024 season, dedicated to the American Athletic Conference.